We are growing strong glutes with 7 muscle building exercises plus a fire round. The only thing you're gonna need will be your dumbbells, so grab those and let's get strong. Getting down to business, we are gonna start with a squat to get ourselves warm. We've got 4 warm-up exercises. The warm-up's gonna go by super quick. And as we go through this warm-up, I'll explain what we got going on for our workout today, the structure. I have some optional equipment out here. The only thing you'll really need will be some heavy dumbbells for a few of the exercises. But optional today, I have my exercise bench because we will be down on the mat for glute bridge. So I'm gonna be doing hip thrusts just because I can't get on the mat right now. Let's do 2 more here. Here's 2 and 1. We're gonna focus here now on a leg lift, so keep it low and we're gonna lift. The other optional equipment I have is my booty band or mini resistance band and ankle weight. So if you have those and you wanna add them, we'll add them on for a few of the exercises. Let's do 3 more. Here's 3, and then we'll switch it up. 2, and 1. Other side. Keep it low in this stationary leg, and let's lift. Breathing here. So very simple structure. 7 exercises we're gonna work through. For those 7 exercises, we're gonna work for 40 seconds, rest for 20. We're gonna work through the 7 exercises, then repeat them for a second time through. At the end, we're gonna finish with a fire round. You will know exactly why it's called a fire round when we get there, because we're gonna be working for 30 seconds for each of those 7 exercises with no rest in between. That's gonna take care of our 20 minutes today. Last 2 here, and 1, take it out into a low sumo. We're gonna take it down low, holding it here, opening up through the hips, kind of pressing back, rocking it side to side. This is our last warm-up exercise. And then we'll go ahead and get into our first exercise, which will be a sumo squat. For your weight today, lift moderate or lift heavy as we are working through the first 2 rounds of 40 seconds of work. So focus on heavy there to build that muscle. And then fire round, more moderate to moderately light for that. Good, and let's bring it up here and let's get ready for our first exercise. We're gonna go into that sumo squat. Optional to add a slight hinge forward to work deeper into those glutes. So grab that heavy weight and let's do this. All right, with that sumo squat, legs out, toes out. I'm using 1 dumbbell. You can always use 2 dumbbells right on the side of your legs. But again, just a slight hinge, keeping that back flat if you want to add that hinge. And let's do it. Here we go, 40 seconds. Down and push. Now, if you find that forward hinge at all starts to round your back or close in on your shoulders, just do that normal up and down sumo squat. Now with that forward hinge, it does work just a little bit deeper into the glute muscles, but more important is solid form. So if that forward hinge at all starts to affect your form, just drop it and do that sumo squat. Push that floor away. We're gonna go into our next exercise. Now modification, if you don't have your bench, you'll see that on screen. Kickstand glute bridge. Last 3, 2, and 1. If not, Bulgarian split squat. 1 leg up, one side, and then the other. Remember, focusing on that heavy weight. Getting into position. And let's go in 3, 2, and 1. Shoulders rolled back. Keep that chest up. Whew. Push through that forward heel. Ooh, feeling this one. Nice, down and push. So we're working on some strength exercises for those glutes. And then we're gonna add that band on and really isolate those glutes, strengthening them here. So working on those kind of bigger strength muscles now in the lower body. Here's 3, 2, 1, switch it over, other side. So modification, kickstand glute bridge on the mat or bringing it up. Bulgarian split squat, other side. Let's go in 3. Here's 2 and 1. Always finding your balance is one of the hardest parts of the Bulgarian split squat. At least for me. Keep those shoulders back. Think about squeezing your shoulder blades together. Keep that chest up, core tight, push. So remember, 2 times through these exercises, working once for our first round, and then we'll go through again. And the reason I'm saying that is because I want you to think about the weight you're using, making sure you're working heavy enough. This first round through, here's 3, 2, 1. Whew. Now, if you're on the mat, stay on the mat because you're gonna do a glute bridge, working both legs. If you have your bench and you wanna do hip thrusts, follow along with me. On the bench, do that, optional here. Add that band right above the knees. And getting ready, glute bridge or hip thrust. 40 on. Here we go. Down, press and squeeze. Weight is in the heels, drive those hips up. Hip thrust or glute bridge. As you drive up, back stays flat. So you want to think about driving the hips up, but you don't want to arch and around your back to do so. That'll put extra strain on your lower back. Not working there. We do not want that. We just want to target those glutes. Next exercise, we're going to hold glute bridge and add an abduction to really work the outer thighs. Last 3, 2, and 1. Whew. So you can keep the weight if you want. Again, add the band if you haven't yet for abduction. If you don't have a band, you can always give a little pressure with your hands on the outside as you press out. So we're just gonna press out, keep those hips up, glutes tight, and let's press. Press it out. Good, keep it lifted, keep pressing, and breathe. 2 more exercises after this that are really gonna target those glute muscles. Press out and squeeze. Almost there. Good, here's 3, 2, and 1. Woo. Bringing it up. Now you can stay on the ground if you don't have your bench. You are gonna do a rear leg lift on all 4s. However, if you have a bench, we're gonna use that for a rear elevated leg lift, more of an elevated position here. Keeping that band, you can put that band right under the knee. And here we go. Lift it up and lower. Now you can see I have had my ankle weights on for the entire workout just because the exercises that weren't necessarily going to be affected didn't matter if I had them on, but just because we're moving quick today, that's why I've had my ankle weights on for this entire workout. Would have been helpful, I know, if I would have mentioned that sooner, but I'm sure you saw me wearing them. Really lift, squeeze, tighten up the glute. Here's 3, 2, and 1. We're just gonna switch sides. So up and over. If you're using that bench, 5 seconds out. Here's 3, 2, and 1. Oops, forgot to put my band under my knee. I gotta keep my band under my knee or it just decides to just roll everywhere. So the reason I like to use the bench with this one sometimes compared to just that rear leg lift on the ground is because we are getting a little bit of a deeper range of motion as we let that leg come all the way down and we're up on this elevated surface. So that means glute has to work a little bit more through that extra range of motion. You can always, when we have elevated exercises like this, use any sort of elevated surface, whether it's your couch or a chair, anything that's sturdy, so you can make sure you're keeping a nice long spine. Here it is, 3, 2, and 1. Breathe. All right, we got 60 seconds, or we got a little bit of a longer break here, and then we're gonna get back into our sumo squat. So we'll take the band off. If you haven't added your ankle weights and you want to, feel free to do that right now. Whew. So we're gonna get ready for that 40 seconds of work. We got about 10 seconds. Going back with that heavy weight. Whew. Here we go. Here's 3, 2, and 1. Forward hinge, if you want to add that. Remember with that forward hinge, back flat. Don't let anything around. Drive down, push and squeeze. Exhale as you push up. Think about pushing that floor away. Woo! Bulgarian split squat next. Focused on that heavy weight. Here's 3, 2, 1. Woo! Grab your weight for Bulgarian split squat or that modification, kickstand, glute bridge. Going in 3. Here's 2. And let's get 40 on. Here we go. Down, press. Push that floor away. Push through that heel. Down, and push. Keep those shoulders rolled back. Again, think about bringing those shoulder blades together. This one is so good to also strengthen your balance and stabilizer muscles. Almost there. We'll switch sides. Here it is. 3, 2, 1. Sorry about my sound effects. Oh my. All right, here we go. Switching it up. Other side. Whew, 5 out. Here's 3, 2, and let's go. Down, push that floor away. Good form, bring those shoulders back. And I just want to let you know, this is a very challenging exercise. So don't focus on the number of reps here. Focus on form and the quality of your reps over the quantity. So just take your time working through it. Last 3, 2, 1. Breathe. All right, so this is where if you want to add that band on, we're going into glute bridge. So you might already be down on the ground from that kickstand glute bridge. You want to add the band right above the knees. Glute bridge first. Going in 3, 2. Here we go. Down. Drive up. Press. Squeeze. Keep pressure on that band so that it doesn't pull your knees in. And with that pressure you're keeping, it's keeping a contraction in those glutes. So that's why I like to add the band for this one. Anytime we're doing glute bridge, and you see that in the description of the video, if you ever check the description of the video before you do a workout, I packed it with all the information you need there. So if you ever have a question about a workout or you just want to see what we have coming, and you see glute bridge on there, always feel free to add your band. Last 3, 2, 1. We're gonna hold it. So remember, we have abduction next. If you don't have that band, you have the option to just keep some pressure on the outer, on your outer thigh there, and the outside of your leg as you press out. Keep those hips lifted high, glutes contracted. We're gonna press for 40. Here we go, press it out, out. Breathing, pressing. Two exercises left. Then we'll get ready for the fire round. As if we need more fire. Woo. Keep it strong, you got it. Don't forget to breathe. Keep that back flat. Pressing for 3, 2, and 1. Woo. Weight is down, so stay on the mat. If you don't have your bench and you are doing those rear leg lifts on the ground on all fours. If not, bring it up on your bench. Get your band on too. This is where those ankle weights really do come into play. Lifting in 3, 2, and 1. Lift and hold. So So really pressing back on that band. If you don't have a band, you can still really think about that muscle, tighten it up, work it, squeeze it, and down. Foot is flexed. We're gonna switch sides in just about 10 seconds. Here it is, 3, 2, and 1. Other side. Woo. All right, here we go in 3, 2, and 1. Let's lift. Lift and squeeze. Remember, feel that glute working. Hold it at the top for just a second. Keep that core engaged as well. So think about bringing your belly button to spine so you can keep a nice straight back. Almost there. Here we go, 3, 2, 1. We are breathing for just a second, and then we're gonna get ready for our fire round. So with the fire round, you may or may not have time to put the band back on, but if you got the ankle weights, you wanna leave them, do that. Remember, hello, I'm taking my ankle weight off. Remember with the fire round, 30 seconds for each exercise with no rest in between, just enough to switch it out. More of a lighter to moderate weight for this because this is fire. I want you to pick up your pace a little bit with those reps because we want to try to get as much in as we can here with that volume. I'm going to use 2 dumbbells for sumo squats, starting with sumo squats. So get into position. We got 30 on in 3, 2, and 1. Here we go, 30 seconds. You can take a slight hinge again if you're keeping that back flat. Think about those glutes. Push the floor away, squeeze. We're gonna go right in to either Bulgarian split squat or that kickstand glute bridge that we've been working that whole time. So same 7 exercises. Switching it up in 3, 2, and 1. Switch it up. Right into it. 30 seconds on, here we go. Now this one, slow it down if you need to keep that balance. If you can move a little bit quicker with the lighter weight, do that. If you're doing that kickstand glute bridge, make sure you're really focused on that side. Drive through that heel. We're gonna switch it up other side. And I know this burns, I know this is tough, but remember, this is it. Last 3, 2, 1. We gotta get uncomfortable to grow. So just enjoy the burn right here. Let's go. 30 on. These pushes here that we're working through not only make our body stronger, but they make our mind stronger. We're building our confidence with this, knowing that we can do hard things, and we can take that into life. When we go through a storm, when we go through something we weren't expecting, and we can know we can get through it. Last 3, 2, going into glute bridge. 1, add that band on right quick if you can. Glute bridge or hip thrust. Woo! My God, it is a party around here. All right, we're gonna have 30 on. Here we go. Down, push through those heels. At least the transition from glute bridge to hip thrust is gonna be an easy one. I'm sorry, not glute bridge to hip thrust, glute bridge to abduction. Push and squeeze. Abduction is gonna be next. We'll go right into it, 5 out. Here's 3, 2, and there's 1. 30 seconds, press it out. Keep those hips high. Press out on that weight, squeeze through the glutes. Whew. 2 exercises to go. We're gonna do that kneeling rear leg lift in 3, 2, and 1. Right into it. 30 seconds on the clock. And let's do it. Lift and lower, whether you're on the ground, on all fours, or you're on your bench, squeeze that glute. Spine nice and long. Almost there. Final exercise, we're gonna switch sides. Lift and squeeze. Here's 3, 2, right into that other side. Final 30 seconds. And as we're going through this final 30 seconds, I just want to talk to you about our finishers. If you have not done a finisher yet, if you have not heard of a finisher, I created finishers to really amplify your training and help you dig just a little bit deeper with short, intentional pushes. This one that I'm going to tell you about is 10 minutes, and it's all about the thighs. It will pair perfectly with this glute training. Glutes and thighs, such a good combo together. You're gonna see that pop up on screen, so I wanna highly encourage you to go over there. Just make the most of it. You will start to see huge changes with those finishers. In 3, 2, and 1. Whew. So there it is, thighs finisher. Go grab it. You are absolutely amazing. Your glutes are stronger because you just pushed right there, and I am so glad we could do this together. Thank you for being here with me. I love you. I'll see you over at the thighs.